titled "The Ongoing Probe of the National Assembly of the NDDC by the National Assembly is a ploy to disrupt the forensic audit and cripple the anti-corruption war of President Muhammadu Buhari." The National Youth Council of Nigeria and the coalition of civil society groups has keenly followed the trajectory of activities at the Niger Delta Development Commission since the forensic audit was directed or ordered by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have seen that immediately the forensic audit was ordered, and contractors who had run foul of what they should do immediately went back to site to begin to execute projects and also to begin to carry out works for which they were hitherto paid but never executed them. We realized from our observations that a lot of projects were abandoned, paid for by the NDDC, but these contractors never executed them until the Interim Management Committee was set up to supervise the forensic audit, thereby precipitating them to go back to site again. So it is a very welcome development that the forensic audit is on. It is on record that between 2017 and 2019, over 1,000 projects were awarded to members of the National Assembly as beneficiaries. We can say this authoritatively so, and we have our facts to back that up. Most of these projects were awarded at very exorbitant rates or sums, and a great number were never executed, at the detriment of the people of the Niger Delta region and for the gains of a few fiendish individuals who festered or benefited from corruption. It should be also placed on record that within this period, the National Assembly did not query the jobs that were awarded. They did not raise any eyebrows on the jobs that were awarded. Rather, they let things flow freely and they benefited from all of this. It is also on record that most of these jobs were not in the budget, and yet they were included and they were paid for with the full knowledge of members of the National Assembly. We want to now place it on record from the National Youth Council of Nigeria and the coalition of civil society groups of Nigeria, following the recent activities at the National Assembly, that the probe, the ongoing probe that has been instituted by the National Assembly is only a ploy to distort the facts of events, is only a ploy to slow down the forensic audit, and also to cripple the anti-corruption war which has been waged by Mr. President and which is yielding very, very fruitful results. A few days ago, a drama played out in the National Assembly when the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs attempted to begin to mention the names of contractors or members of the National Assembly who benefited, and he was hushed down. And they said, it's okay, do not go ahead with mentioning all of this. The Speaker threatened, and all of this has been in public space. Thereafter, from our scrupulous findings, we gathered very clearly that the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs wrote back to the Speaker, explaining things and also attaching the full details of all of these projects to the Speaker and by extension, the House of Representatives. We got this document from the National Assembly. This is the letter that was sent to the Speaker. We got this from the National Assembly. Of course, we do our scrupulous finding on issues, and all the details of everything has been here. We want to make it very clear, as an organization that is in the vanguard to ensure that transparency prevails, because Mr. President's fight against corruption is the fight for the future of the Nigerian youth. It is the fight for the well-being of the Nigerian nation. It is a fight for the development of our country. If corruption is exposed and dealt with appropriately in the Niger Delta region, we believe that the region will develop fully and the full essence of the NDDC will be appreciated better. I will reel out some of the names of the members of NAS who benefited. And this document will be made available to you because it's a public document. Let me now go on to read some of them. Emergency repair of Idumagbe Road in Ikan Northeast in Delta State. The project source, as highlighted here, is Peter Woboshi. Time will fail me to reel out all the list of the projects, but you can see them highlighted here. You can see all of them highlighted here. These are projects from one source. You can see them highlighted. One source, member of the National Assembly, Senator Peter Woboshi. If you turn over, you will see other projects here that are listed. Emergency repair of internal roads in Adogbori town in Sagbama, Bayelsa State. Look at the project source, Nicholas Mutu. Look at them. Their names are here, members of the National Assembly who were in certain projects, benefiting from these projects, using contractors as fronts, and most of these projects were never executed at the detriment of the people of the Niger Delta. We have come to ask Nigerians, is this fair to us? The big answer and the resounding answer remains a definite no. On the heels of this, we wish to place it on record that Mr. Speaker did not do us justice when he did not disclose to the National Assembly that this list has been attached and sent to his office. He covered up this list. It is unfair to the fight against corruption. It is unfair to the quest for transparency. It is unfair to the Commonwealth and the forward voyage of our nation. We urge Mr. Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila to rise up and expose this and make this available, known to all the members of the House of Representatives, that this is the full content of what was sent to the House. And let the National Assembly also look at all of this. We should now make these following demands. That one, we are firmly in support of the forensic audit that is ongoing at the NDDC, as it has exposed those who benefited from the corruption that festered in times past. Number two, all the members of the National Assembly that benefited from this contract and never executed them should be thoroughly prosecuted and brought to book to serve as deterrent to others who may wish to toe a similar path. 3, it is a clear case of organized crime to have individuals who benefited from illegality now rising to probe the fact that their illegality is being exposed. We therefore call on all Nigerians to discountenance the shenanigans and the dramas being played out in the name of a probe. Number 4, we wish to call on all the anti-graft agencies and the security agencies, in line with the directive of President Muhammadu Buhari, to immediately proceed and go ahead with their investigation of the matter. Finally, we wish to ask again for an umpteenth time, why did Mr. Speaker not inform the House that the list of the contractors was attached? A list that featured prominently legislators, senators, and members of the House of Representatives. We have come to call on the House of Representatives to do the needful to purge itself, to maintain the path of patriotism, to maintain the path of self-cleansing, and desist from throwing spanners in the wheel of the progress of the anti-corruption war. Thank you, and God bless you.